Hey listeners, welcome back to Speakyak, your easy learning channel. In our previous video we came to know about the entrance test details to get into the two major film institutes in India. Those are, Film and Television Institute of India, which is in Pune, and Satyajit Ray Institute, which is in Kolkata. We already discussed about the eligibility criteria, exam dates, topics for question paper, course details, etc. We have a joint entrance test yet to join into either of the institutes. Today we'll look at some preparation tips and available material to crack this joint entrance test. Let us start with 2018 question paper. Note that this joint entrance test was introduced only in 2018, and before that they've a different model of question paper. As we discussed in our previous video, we will have two sections. Section 1 is of objective questions and Section 2 will have descriptive questions. Section 2, as this is the important section which will differentiate your abilities with other candidates, so we'll at it first. In this section you will be given 8 questions, out of which you've to attempt 5 of them. Each question carries 10 marks. Here are the questions asked in 2018. You can answer each in 50-60 lines. Look at the questions asked in different areas. An example like writing a story based on the given photograph. If you're writing the test to become a cinematographer, the questions are like this about lens and photography. There can also be questions to test your mental abilities and filming skills. Check this interesting question about what if you lost your memory. Now let us see the preparation tips and material to answer these descriptive questions. There has not been any structured reading material for preparing for this, as the questions are purely based on the practical knowledge. So, you have to have good knowledge in entertainment industry. Watch more and more films. Analyze lighting, sound design, composition, characterization and editing points or continuity. Know basics of photography and start analyzing mood, lighting, time, space, figures, line of actions, activity, shadow, highlight and mid-tone regions of photographs after converting it into grayscale. Have general knowledge regarding film-related recent issues. Watch TV programs, TV interviews, reality shows and advertisements. Read short stories. Mostly short stories of O. Henry. Basic film production terminologies. For sound engineering, some basic mathematics and basic science questions are also expected. You need to learn how to write the reviews, dialogues, analyzing a picture, etc. These are meant specifically to give you knowledge about the film and TV industry. 1. Read the book 5 CS of Cinematography. It is actually about all aspects of filmmaking. A simple and wonderful book. 2. Watch the movies of Satyajit Ray, Ritwik Ghatak, Akira Kurosawa, Ingmar Bergman, Martin Scorsese. 3. Look up online. In YouTube, there are several channels on filmmaking and film analysis. Check this YouTube channel every frame a painting a lot. Film Appreciation Book. The Film Course You Always Wanted to Take, by Jim Piper. Deep Focus, Reflections on Cinema by Satyajit Ray. Read subject-wise books on filmmaking, cinematography, sound designing, film editing. Try to read film scripts again and again. You can download these from internet. After reading the scripts, watch the film, then you will get the idea how shots were taken, composition, framing, etc. Just watch films. Make a note of your reactions, experiences, the goods, the bads of each one of these. Dig deep. Figure out why you respond to certain films over the others. Share your ideas and rejoice every time. Form opinions. Hang out with people who share your fervor. Strengthen your relationship with nature, with the world around you. Travel. How to Read a Film by James Monaco will help understand the film movements, contributions from filmmakers of different nations, shot divisions, etc. Check out websites like elementsofcinema.com. YouTube videos on particular aspects of filmmaking such as editing style, shot division, camera movements, set design etc. will also be fruitful. You should have knowledge on each one's role in filmmaking. So here are the details of what each one does. Acting involves hard work, with long and irregular working hours. It can be taken up at any age. Acting is an art and thus then improvement and honing of this craft is a lifelong endeavor, and there is always room for growth. Directors supervise and choreograph all aspects of the motion picture production, translating the script, theme or idea to the audio-visual image. Editors are concerned with the cutting, digitally or conventionally, of the material and creating the continuity of the picture. Screenwriters are creative people, who write a screenplay or revise an existing one, or participate in writing material during planning and/or production phase of the project. Cinematographers compose the film shots to reflect the mood the director wishes to create. They may not usually operate the camera, but would plan and coordinate the actual filming. Camera operators normally handle all the camera movements and perform the actual shooting. Art director design the film or television set to create the mood called for the script, costume, lighting, and the set designers are equally interesting occupations in the film industry. Glamour and fame are typical reason that attract people to a career in films, but only talent, hard work, perseverance, imagination, the ability to handle uncertainty and a finger on the pulse of the audience makes one a successful film professional. Feature films are the most popular area within filmmaking, but a filmmaker could be making documentaries, advertising films, publicity films and educational films as well. The questions for FTI are very simple. Which would mean that anyone can solve them? But if anyone can solve them, who gets selected? Only the one with difference and interesting presentation wins extra marks. Director Adishkeel Askar recommends as essential reading. These 15 books, classics cover every aspect of filmmaking. Cinema in general. 1. Film Art, an introduction by David Bordwell, Kristin Thompson. Cinematography. 2. The 5 C's of Cinematography, Motion Picture Filming Techniques by Joseph V. Masley. Good continuity encourages the viewer to become absorbed in the storytelling, without bothersome distractions. The prime purpose of a motion picture, whether theatrical fiction feature or documentary fact film, is to capture and hold audience attention, from opening shot to final fade-out. 3. Writing with Light by Vittorio Storaro. Editing. 4. In the Blink of an Eye, a perspective on film editing by Walter Murch. Your job is partly to anticipate, partly to control the thought processes of the audience. To give them what they want and/or what they need just before they have to ask for it, to be surprising yet self-evident at the same time. 5. The Techniques of Film Editing by Kales. Sound Design. 6. Audio Vision, Sound on Screen by Michelle Kahn. Screenwriting. 7. Poetics by Aristotle. Comedy aims at representing men as worse, tragedy as better than in actual life. 8. The Tools of Screenwriting by David Howard and Edward Mabley. Acting. 9. The Art of Acting by Stella Adler. You'll begin to act when you can forget your technique, when it is so securely inside you that you need not call upon it consciously. 10. The Lee Strasberg Notes by Lola Cohen. Books on filmmakers. 11. Hitchcock/Truffaut by Truffaut. 12. Notes on the Cinematographer by Robert Bresson. 13. Making Movies by Sidney Lumet. In drama, the characters should determine the story. In melodrama, the story determines the characters. 14. Kazan on Directing by Elia Kazan. 15. Herzog on Herzog, Conversations with Paul Krenin by Werner Herzog. To qualify for the entrance and the interview, the above things will help you a lot. Now let us look at the section 1. The will have objective questions for 50 marks. Those questions will be on below concepts: national and international general awareness, mental ability, Indian history, art and culture, music, television, cinema. 1. For these multiple choice questions, brush up on some art and culture info from GK books and newspapers. 2. Read Manorama yearbooks to brush up on current affairs and general knowledge. Here are some questions from 2018 test. This is all the information about JET written test. If you get qualified in written test, you'll have to face an interview in FTI or Satyajit Ray Institute. All the above knowledge will be useful in your interview too. So please prepare well with all your full forces and ability. Be a future film master to become a role model. All the best for your future. Get inspired by our great actors and directors.